Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran. And he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Again, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Defense.
But give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Devontae Booker. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And you get a peek at Devontae Booker's game last week. 18 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Eckler runs through the contact. Now room for Eckler. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is Cook with the ground. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert now. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll go back to Booker on second down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Booker on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on first down. Booker. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Throwing, Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Rudolph. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. On 1st down, Booker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Booker. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. And they'll go back to Booker on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Out of the gun, Herbert. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones flushed out right. And the open man is Westbrook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So we come upon halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Right back to Booker.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
More from L.A. in a moment.
On first down, Booker. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Booker from the pistol. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On first down, Justin Herbert over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every check. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Oh, good move. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The defense may be content to give him 9 there as it brings up 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they stick it. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Devontae Booker getting ready to head back out there now with his offensive unit. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Booker on the dump off. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Rumph in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Looking long for Westbrook. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off-play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Oshane Ximines. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, take it in by McKinney. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Herbert on 1st down now. Got his man. It's Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
High throw, but the catch is made.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Herbert throwing again. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. That catch good for only a couple.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on first down. Booker. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Shotgun handoff to Booker. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running again, and again it's Booker. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
Certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 2 touchdowns. 65 seconds remaining. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the missed field goal, that was big. That keeps them within 2 scores, and they've got it 1st and 10. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's second down.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert to throw. And complete right side to Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys, got the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should